direct quote from Sean Payton. There's 20 dirty hands for what was allowed, tolerated in the frickin' training rooms, the meeting rooms, the offense. I don't know, Hackett. A lot of people had dirt on their hands. It wasn't just Russell. He didn't just flip. He still has it. This BS that he hit a wall, shoot, they couldn't get a play in. They were 29th in the league in pre-snap penalties on both sides of the ball. Payton continued, saying this wasn't his fault about Russell. That was the parents who allowed it. That's not an incrimination on him, but an incrimination on the head coach, the GM, the president, and everybody else who watched it all happen.
I've been told that things are great. They have been impressed with Sean Payton since day one, who is completely made over that team. All the small details that we talk about that coincide with Sean Payton, the things that he's known for, he has put into that team already. So some of these quotes could certainly sit, I think, a little uncomfortable because he was very brass. But the Denver Broncos know what they have. That's exactly the type of coach he is in the building. I actually spoke to a source in Denver that isn't Sean Payton about these quotes to kind of get an idea of what the mood is there, knowing that this hit social media over the last hour or so. A lot of people are talking about it around the league, and it was really no surprise because they know that Sean Payton has felt very disappointed by the way this organization was run before he got there. And now he's saying, I want to put this team on my back. I want to take the pressure off all the players. I want to take the pressure off everyone and put it on me. I'm the guy who knows how to win.
Maybe the only surprising part, Dianna, here is the fact that we really haven't heard an NFL coach go after another active coach. Of course, Hackett now is offensive coordinator with the New York Jets. But real quick, I mentioned how long you have covered Sean Payton. You know him well. And you mentioned him being very intentional with everything he does. In your estimation, with all your reporting experience, why now? Why such strong words?
I think this is the start of the season in his mind. Day one of camp and wanting to begin a fresh chapter here for his team. He reads everything. He watches everything. He knows what the media is saying, and he knows and understands that Russell Wilson has the spotlight, the microscope on him right now. This morning on Mike Greenberg's Get Up show, we were talking about who's got the most pressure. And he was Mike Greenberg's number one choice, Russell Wilson. And I think this is Payton's way of saying, hey, I have belief in my guys, and I'm going to fix Russell Wilson. Even though he doesn't think he was ever broke, he thinks that this was the fault of the regime before. And it's aggressive, and it's bold. But this is exactly who Sean Payton is. And this is the exact reason the Denver Broncos hired him. When they interviewed with him, he blew them away because of his boldness, because of his confidence and belief in who he is. You may not like who he is. You may not like his style, but he is very comfortable in his own skin, and he knows how to win.
And so everyone is hearing it, and they can't go somewhere else and talk about it. They're there, and he's going to be able to address his team about what he said, about what was going on there. And he mentioned things like, what are the expectations in the meeting rooms, in the team room, in the dining hall, in the training room, all of those different things, how you travel. Like here's what the reality is. Sean Payton has experienced winning. He has seen it. He knows a method that's tried and true and works. And so what he's going to do is he's going to implement that. And if you're basically not sure what to do, he's basically telling you it's not what you're used to. It's how I'm telling you to do it. And so I think he's just sending a message to his football team. And then I think there's also an element of it, which was touched on, which is, listen, he's kind of getting the back of his quarterback.
Right.
But in doing that, he's also letting his quarterback know, hey, by the way, I'm protecting you, but you're now also going to do it my way, how I coach you to do it.
And that's it. He was used to coaching a Hall of Famer in Drew Brees, won a Super Bowl in New Orleans. But the notion that Russell Wilson just forgot to play football, he can go out in the public and say, listen, Russell, that wasn't you. That was your situation. Let's reel this back in and play a little Denver Broncos football. I kind of like it. I know there's codes and everything, but at least he said probably what a lot of people were thinking about the Denver Broncos last year.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.